You know, you and I have something very important in common. See, we both want to be full-time content creators, but we're struggling. And no, it's not due to a lack of skill or time or gear. It's because of two simple things that we absolutely need to change. We just have to lie and, well, make some poor decisions. Okay, I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, it's not what you think. See, I've been really stuck. And then about December, I remember that 5 years ago, there were two shifts that I made that changed absolutely everything. And they absolutely will for you too. Oh, and we are also very different in one way that may confuse you a lot. You'll get it in a second. Come with me. My parents had salons, and I was always working at them. But at 18, I decided to go professional, so I became a professional hairstylist at a pretty young age. I have an older brother who's 2 years older than me, and I was watching him do all these really cool things, right? Where he would get paid for vacations, he would take sabbaticals for 3 months and still get paid. And to be honest, I got really super jealous of that, because if I'm not behind the chair, I'm not getting paid. The even bigger problem was, I always told myself, you barely graduated high school. Nobody's gonna hire you for a job like Jason's. You do hair, dude. That's what you're gonna do. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't hate hair. I just hated feeling like I was stuck. Like that's kind of all I could do. So in 2018, I actually got really into videography and kind of editing. And so in 2019, after I've been practicing it and playing with it for a while, I decided to combine my knowledge of hair and my passion for videography and my love of the outdoors to create a YouTube channel. It's actually really weird. So it's actually all about hair, and I tell people, my name's Justin Hickox. I've been doing hair since 1995, and while I'm teaching you about hair, I prefer to take you on adventures. And then, in 2020, something crazy happened. I started looking at my phone, and I had all of these crazy amounts of notifications from the YouTube studio, but there was one huge problem. So a couple of weeks ago, I got traction on this video that I posted probably about a year ago. It's great that it gets traction. It's great that people are commenting on it. I love that it starts to spark some channel growth, and it really gets me excited about creating in the future of this channel. But unfortunately, all of those comments were hate. I was probably this close to just giving it up. I quit, dude. You know how hard it is to wake up every day and then just see more and more and more people tell you how much you suck? It was super lame. Then in 2020, something happened that affected all of us, which was the lockdown. And the issue was, I had to make money. So I had to figure out a way, not being in the salon, that I could do something that would earn, which means there's no choice. YouTube is the thing. All right, okay, here's this. Nailed it. Your play, Red Bull. See, in 2020, I actually gained 100,000 subscribers. And you might think, great, good for you, you did it. But dude, stick with me, because you're gonna be surprised. It's really not what you think. I always thought that my other channel, the reason that it was successful is because it's in a genre that I know about. Right? I knew about hair, I'm confident about hair, so I figured, well, I'm making videos in a sector where I feel confident, and therefore it's gonna do well. But then when I started getting those negative comments, I realized, whoa, okay, maybe I don't know what I'm doing, all the self-doubt came in, it was just really tough. But then when lockdown happened, everything changed, and the two things that I realized that changed were, one, I remembered that professionals start as beginners. You feel me? So when I first started my YouTube channel, I started saying that I'm a YouTuber, right? People would ask me, what do you do for a living? And I would say, instead of I do hair or I own a salon, I said, well, I create content on YouTube. And here's the thing, okay? This is what happened. When I did that, people started expecting things from me. They expected to see videos on my channel. They expected to maybe understand a little bit more about social media, right? They started asking me questions. And I didn't want to let them down, so I knew that I had to do those things. I had to create videos to be on the channel so that they would go to the channel and see that I'm not a fraud. I'm saying I'm a YouTube creator, and look, I'm a YouTube creator. Now, the other thing that happened, and this was really big too, is that I started buying gear. I wasn't buying gear that stood in the way of me being able to pay my mortgage, but I was definitely buying more gear than I needed. For me, it wasn't about buying a piece of equipment and what that piece of equipment was going to do to better my craft. It was about buying something or getting a piece of equipment that got me excited about learning that particular task. If I want to create great videos, I know that I have to get out there and film stuff. If I'm learning about a new camera that I'm super excited to learn about, guess who's going to get out and go film stuff, right? As opposed to me sitting at home reading comments thinking that I suck at life and maybe I should just quit this altogether. Those two things changed everything.